The tide of the Great War has turned. With the destruction of the Lucifer, the Shivan Hive can no longer operate coherently. Soon it will be driven from Terran Vasudan space completely. Fortune can be a capricious mistress. The strength of the Shivan Armada far surpassed anything we had the capacity to resist. The Shivans nearly accomplished in 3 months what the GTA and PvE could not do in 14 years. Only the legacy of a dead race saved our species from extinction. In every crisis there is opportunity. The Shivan catastrophe has left the Terran and Vasudan empires a shadow of their former selves. The Terran-Vasudan alliance, hastily formed and riven by conflict, is starting to disintegrate. Power, like nature, abhors a vacuum. And history has shown that in these situations, fortune always favors the bold.
Greetings to all who may be watching this playthrough of Silent Threat Reborn. Silent Threat Reborn is a remake of the original expansion pack for Freespace, which is called Silent Threat. It's fan-made, but it's absolutely legendary in my eyes, and here's a little descriptive text about it. As the Great War rages on, you've been commissioned by the Galactic Terran Intelligence for Special Intelligence Operations. Your objectives are to contain the Shivan onslaught and preserve the fragile Terran-Vasudan alliance, but a series of suspicious events cloud the GTI's spotless record. Is the GTI sending you up, or the Shivans spreading their evil rage? Yeah, Silent Threat was for the original Freespace, and it certainly had an interesting concept, but it wasn't executed well, and the entire expansion pack was just incredibly flawed. Silent Threat Reborn corrects a lot of those flaws, and just like the original Silent Threat, it takes place from a different character's point of view. We are no longer the character we were in the original game. That guy's stuck away from the rest of the GTA back in the Sol system. We are now playing as another unnamed character, presumably this character reappears later in Freespace 2. I'll put some context on that part later, but right now this guy has just been commissioned to become part of the Galactic Terran Intelligence, or GTI, which provides the intelligence and information to the military forces of the Galactic Terran Alliance. They function differently from the Galactic Terran Alliance. They're a lot more secretive, and they're structured differently. I'll let Mr. Briefing Fellow here describe exactly what I mean.
Congratulations, pilot. You have been selected for the Special Operations Branch of Galactic Terran Intelligence. You passed GTI's rigorous medical and psychological examinations, and your record of service with Admiral Poe and the GTD Intrepid has been exemplary.
Thank you.
You will lead Alpha Wing of the 91st Phantoms. As a pilot for the GTI, your missions will involve highly sensitive combat and containment operations. These assignments are covert and classified. Violation of classification protocol will result in court-martial and possible execution under the Counterintelligence and Espionage Act.
Yeah, remember what I said about the GTI being secretive?
The primary objective of the GTI is to provide Terran Command with accurate and comprehensive information regarding the tactics, technologies, activities, and strategic objectives of forces hostile to the GTA. GTI is divided into 3 branches, each with its own fleet and each focusing on specific areas of intelligence. Special Operations, headed by the GTD Krios, specializes in strategic assault and containment. Our missions involve high-priority objectives in situations too sensitive, dangerous, or volatile for standard GTA forces. Intelligence, led by the GTD Soyokaze, specializes in infiltration and espionage. Intel primarily conducts reconnaissance and surgical strikes, and its missions are planned to provide minimal combat exposure.
All this voice acting is custom, by the way.
Research and Development, commanded by the GTD Repulse, specializes in the development of cutting-edge technologies. R&D's missions involve the deployment and field testing of advanced weapons and warship prototypes. As an officer of the GTI, you will have access to these technologies before they become available to GTA pilots. Normally, the 3 branches conduct joint operations in concert with one another, directed by a single command fleet. Unfortunately, the loss of the GTD Legion in the Battle of Deneb earlier this year has forced us to decentralize our operations somewhat. We will be taking our orders directly from GTA High Command.
So yeah, 3 branches of the GTI.
All efforts to restore contact with Earth have failed. As you know, the sole jump node in Delta Serpentis collapsed shortly after Allied forces tracked and destroyed the Lucifer during its subspace jump. We believe the explosion of the Lucifer's 5 reactors created a subspace cataclysm that closed the node, perhaps permanently.
Yeah.
The cataclysm seems to have also closed the phasing nodes to Deneb and Beta Aquila via some sort of chain reaction. We currently have no way to access the Sol system via subspace.
Yeah, subspace don't like
Scientists
explosions.
work toward re-establishing contact with Earth. An interim GTA command center has been set up in the Delta Serpentis system.
Alright.
Cultural and political differences have threatened to undermine the Terran-Vasudan Treaty since its inception.
Yeah, not that
After
simple.
14 years of warfare, the relationship between the GTA and the PVE has been plagued with mutual distrust, misunderstanding, and a failure to comply with the treaty's mandate of full cooperation. Preserving the fragile peace treaty is of the utmost importance. Both the Terran-Vasudan War and the Shivan War have taken a heavy toll on our fleets, so our species must work together if we are to have any hope of defeating the Shivan threat. As an officer of the GTI, it is your responsibility to conduct yourself in a manner worthy of your station, both in battle and in your personal interaction with Vasudan colleagues. Should tensions escalate out of control, Special Operations will brief you on the appropriate method for containing the situation.
Sounds kind of devious. Also, I'm going to, I think I'll turn this down a little bit. There we go.
You are being issued with a new Leech Cannon prototype. The Leech Cannon drains the power supply of enemy fighters. Use the gun to disable afterburners, energy weapons, and shields. No subsystems targeting is required, just point and shoot. The Leech Cannon is an anti-fighter weapon with minimal effect against larger vessels.
So yeah, now we have the Leech Cannon, which, as it mentioned, can drain the power supply of smaller craft that it hits. So then their afterburners will start to lose power, their weapon reserves will be drained, so they'll fire less frequently. And it also has a minor depletion effect all around the ship on their shields. I'm not sure if shields block the effect or not. It's, like the guy said, it's an anti-fighter weapon. Anyway, don't need to have it that low. Anyway, continuing.
At approximately 15:30 hours, Terran and Vasudan fighters repelled a Shivan attack against Outpost Fermi, one of our primary communication terminals in Vega. During the skirmish, Terran pilots fired on our Vasudan allies with intent to kill.
Uh-oh.
Terran command fears that if the PvE learns of this incident, the treaty and our hopes of defeating the Shivans will soon collapse.
So apparently, people have been attacking the Vazudans for no reason.
The motives of these pilots are unclear. We do not believe their actions represent a large-scale insurrection within Terran ranks, but the situation must be contained.
Oh yeah, this expansion also this mod features a couple of new
Your
ships.
objective will be to sanitize the area to prevent news of this incident from spreading beyond our secure zone. Destroy everything but the GTI communications terminal. The loss of innocent lives is regrettable, but necessary to preserve the Terran-Vasudan alliance and defeat the Shivans. You must not fail.
That's special ops for you.
We have a window of 5 minutes during which we must complete this operation. Staying any longer risks detection by GTA or PvE forces. Get in, do your job, and get out. Good luck.
5 minutes to destroy... Oh god, jeez. How many enemy ships are in this mission? We got 2 wings against... I don't know how many ships, but easily more than 20. Because, part of the open source code project allows for a lot more ships to be present in one map. By the way, I think I will roll out with the Hercules this time because I know what's coming on this mission. These loadouts look pretty good. Oh, might I also point out, the original Silent Threat expansion pack is really difficult. Like, you pretty much have to beat the entirety of the normal game before you really stand much of a chance in the normal Silent Threat. And this fan-made version of it, even though it is absolutely wonderful, it's even more difficult. So I have the difficulty set to medium right now. I'm probably going to get my butt kicked very frequently, and I may end up turning this down at any point. Especially because of one mission roughly halfway through that I absolutely friggin' hate. But we're not at that point yet. Right now.
Pilots, you have 5 minutes to complete your objectives. The Krios will jam long-range communications to prevent any ships from transmitting beyond our containment zone.
There we go.
Sanitize the area of all hostiles. All voices must be silenced to preserve the Terran-Vasudan alliance.
Everyone break and attack.
Waiting now, sir.
Fortunately, the pilots we're flying with are pretty good at their job, so...
Pilots, the transport Pisces is heading for the jump node. Destroy it before it can jump.
Roger that. Intercepting now. Is that an enemy seeker, or is that a cluster bomb munition? Ow. Must have been a seeker. Oh crap, I'm still out of range and it's pummeling me. Yeah, these guys are fully armed, might I add.
Attention all pilots, the PVT Ares is en route to the Fermi Communications Terminal. If that transport docks, it will be able to use the terminal to bypass our chances. Destroy Ares ASAP.
Okay, yes. Pisces is destroyed. Or I thought they were pretty good at their job. But now we gotta take out this guy before he docks with the Fermi installation. Ares and Pisces are pretty much the only, the biggest threats in this particular mission. It seems like Ares is being slowed down by the transport's, sentry gun platforms quite a lot. But it's firing back, so I need to get in there and help. Oh, speaking of firing back, ugh. My god, wow. Knock that crap off! What the heck? Did they all seriously? Okay, never mind. We have to restart this mission. Damn it!
Pilots, you have 5 minutes to complete your objectives. The Krios will jam long-range communications to prevent any ships from transmitting beyond our containment zone. Sanitize the area of all hostiles. All voices must be silenced to preserve the Terran-Vasudan alliance.
crap. I give the AI one shred of confidence, and that happens. Oh, P.S. Some of those are Ulysses ships, and they are just...
Pilots, the transport fight is heading for the jump node. Destroy it before it can jump.
Maybe that's why they were getting their butt kicked so quickly. Okay, let's try double firing.
Any one of you flyboys give me some cover?
Double fire off. Wow, that caused a lot of damage. It's also causing a lot of damage to me.
Attention all pilots, the PVT Ares is en route to the Fermi Communications Terminal.
Yes!
That transport docks it'll be able to use the terminal to bypass our jamming field. Destroy Ares, ASAP.
Okay, moving to intercept. It looks like my buddies are, this time around, they're cleaning house quite effectively. That's what usually happens when I play this mission. I'm pretty sure it's what's supposed to happen when I play this mission.
Engaging enemy.
Maybe I don't need a double fire for this. Ow. Whoa. Oh!
The area is clear. GTD Krios departing now. Alpha and Beta follow us out.
Roger that. Jumping out.
Well done, pilot. You executed a clean sweep of the area and contained a volatile incident. Basudin Command remains unaware of these events, and the peace treaty remains intact.
Maybe there were some scripted orders in there and I accidentally broke them by issuing that command right out of the start. That happens a lot. I don't know why, but for some reason the AI typically does much better on their scripted orders. Either way, we got a GTI unit crest. So now we're officially, and now it's official. We are part of the GTI now. I think that's the only new medal that was added, though.